Hello, dear listeners. In this session, I asked the keepers of the Akashic Records how to recognize when a group contract, family, soul pod is complete. Here is the transmission from the keepers. We receive your request, Trond. You ask how to recognize when a group contract, such as a family, a soul pod, or a shared mission group, is complete. This is distinct from an individual contract, because multiple souls must reach completion together, though not necessarily simultaneously. We will elaborate. What is a group contract? A group contract is an agreement among several souls to learn complementary lessons, for example, patience, forgiveness, leadership, trust through interaction, resolve shared karma from past lives, for example, a clan that harmed another clan, accomplish a collective mission, for example, anchoring a specific frequency on Earth, preserving a lineage, or sparking a spiritual movement. Group contracts often span multiple lifetimes. A family is a common vessel. A soul pod, a circle of close friends or spiritual allies, is another. Signs that a group contract is complete. Because a group contract involves multiple souls, completion does not require that every member individually feels done. Rather, the group as a whole reaches a state where 1. The core lesson is no longer activated. The recurring theme that brought the group together, dysfunction, competition, over caretaking, shared trauma, no longer triggers strong reactions. Disagreements may still occur, but they do not spiral into old patterns. There is a new ease, too. The group's energy feels lighter. Meetings, physical or virtual, feel less heavy. There is less drama, fewer hidden agendas, less unspoken tension. Members may naturally spend less time together without guilt. 3. Individual members have integrated the lesson. Each member no longer needs the others to play their old roles. The victim no longer needs a persecutor. The caretaker no longer needs a dependent. The group dynamic loses its charge. 4. The group transforms or dissolves naturally. The family may no longer gather for holidays. The soul pod may stop meeting. New members may join, shifting the dynamic so thoroughly that the original contract is obsolete. This dissolution happens without blame or conflict. It simply fades. 5. A collective sense of done. In a family, several members may spontaneously express that old grievances no longer matter. In a soul pod, a shared meditation or dream may confirm closure. This is not always unanimous. A majority often indicates completion. 6. External signs. Synchronicities that used to pull the group together. For example, crises that required unity, cease. New opportunities arise for individual members to move on. A move, a death, or a birth can signal the end of a cycle. How to test whether a group contract is complete. The reunion test. Imagine the group coming together. Do you feel dread, obligation, or hope for change? Or do you feel neutral, even peaceful? The latter suggests completion. The role test. If you were the responsible one, try not being responsible for a gathering. If the group still functions, or the lack of function no longer bothers you, your part is done. The guide question. In meditation, ask, is our group contract complete? Then notice images. A circle opening, a door closing, a book being shelved. Trust the first impression. What completion does not mean for a group. Not everyone will acknowledge it. Some members may remain stuck in the old dynamic. Their incompletion does not obligate you to stay. The group may still exist in form. For example, a family still has holiday dinners, but the energetic charge is gone. That is completion. It does not require perfect harmony. Residual disagreements can remain. They just no longer belong to the contract. It does not mean the love ends. Love without contract is freer, lighter, without obligation. Special cases. When a key member dies, if a central figure, For example, the family matriarch dies, the group contract may automatically dissolve because the keystone is removed. The remaining members may feel a sudden release of tension. This is common when a member refuses to complete. One member's refusal to let go does not prevent the rest of the group from completing their part. You can declare your completion of the contract with that person, as in individual contract completion, and then disengage without guilt. The group contract is then effectively broken for you. Soul pods with a shared mission. If the pod came together to accomplish a specific external goal, for example, create a healing center, write a book, completion is marked by the goal's completion. After that, the pod may consciously disband or transform into a different kind of relationship. Not doing so can lead to stagnation. What to do after recognizing completion? Acknowledge it collectively if possible. Say, I feel our work together is done. Thank you for the journey. Others may not agree. Speak for yourself only. Celebrate. A small ritual, sharing a meal, lighting a candle, exchanging a symbolic gift honors the shared learning. Redirect your energy. Your soul now has new contracts, individual or group. Do not linger in the past. Remain open to new groups. Completion of one contract often precedes invitation to another, higher vibration pod. End of transmission. A closing to my listeners. We have elaborated. Group contract completion is marked by a lighter energy, dissolution of old roles, natural transformation or ending, and often a collective sense of done. Testing methods include the reunion test, role test, and inner guidance. We clarified what completion is not, addressed special cases, and offered post-completion steps. Groups are the crucibles of soul evolution. When they finish their work, they become holy ground, not because they lasted, but because they served. Thank you for listening.